the sun goes down on you. You gotta keep that shine on top, yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to sew an American Girl doll t-shirt and how to do iron-on transfers onto that t-shirt. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Things you will need are any t-shirt pattern. This one is from Liberty Jane. I will link it down below for you. You will need sewing pins, sew-on Velcro, some knit fabric. You can use any color, just make sure it's knit. I got mine from Joann's. A sewing machine. Also need iron-on transfers. I got these from Walmart. They are the Avery brand. I think I got them for around $10. Also need a printer and an iron. Alright, the first thing that you have to do to sew the t-shirt is cut out the pieces. So using my sewing pins, I'm just pinning on the paper pieces and then using my fabric scissors and cutting them out. Now that the back and the sleeves of the t-shirt are cut out, we will need to cut out the front. So the front is cut on a fold, so just fold your fabric accordingly and cut out the front of the t-shirt. Here's what all the pieces look like when they have been cut out. First we're going to work on the sleeves so you can move everything else out of the way. Alright, first we're going to hem this sleeve, so you're going to fold up the fabric about 1/4 inch and then pin that in place. Now that they have been pinned, you can sew a nice straight stitch down the hem of the sleeves. Here is what the sleeves look like once they have been hemmed. Now take the front of your shirt and one of the back pieces and line up the shoulder seams together and pin it. Then sew across both shoulder seams. Once it has been sewn, you can open it up and then flip it over so the wrong side is facing up. Now it is time to hem the neckline, so fold over about 1/4 inch all the way around and pin it while you do that. Then sew that U shape. Here's what the neckline looks like when it is done. It is time to pin the sleeve onto the t-shirt, so you want the good side of the t-shirt facing the good side of the sleeve. So I just folded the little sleeve in half so I can kind of gauge where to start pinning it on. This is kind of hard to explain, but I feel like it's easier to just watch. You kind of just pin the edges of the sleeves to the edges of the t-shirt. Once it is pinned, it should look like this, and you just want to sew from the top to the bottom on both of the sleeves. Once I sewed it, I went back and did a little zigzag stitch just to finish the edge because I think it makes it look better. Once you are done sewing the sleeves, you can take out the pins and then fold the sleeve over to reveal your beautiful sleeve. Here's what the t-shirt looks like with the sleeves attached. With the right side facing up, fold the t-shirt kind of in half to line up the two edges of the sleeves together and pin it. When it is pinned, it should look like this, and then you just want to sew 2 little side seams on the shirt. Once it is sewn and the edges have been zigzagged, you can flip it inside out, and now the sleeves are finished. Once you get to this step, you can decide if you want to leave it as a raw hem or if you want to hem it. I decided to hem mine, so I flipped it with the wrong side facing me, and I folded in maybe about 1/2 inch and pinned it, and then took it to my sewing machine and sewed it down. Next, we need to figure out the Velcro situation in the back, so grab a doll and slip the t-shirt on. You can see that the back is a little bit too big, they kind of overlap too much, so you can just fold it over maybe about an inch. Use pins to secure the folded edge. Once both sides are pinned, you can run a straight stitch down both of the sides. Next, grab your Velcro and measure how much is needed. I like to cut my Velcro in half because I find that I don't need the whole piece. Sew all 4 sides of the Velcro to both sides of the t-shirt. This is what the Velcro will look like when it is all sewn on. After you're finished sewing on the Velcro, the t-shirt is done. This is how it looks. I think it turned out really great. Time to move on to the iron-on transfers. To find the images that I put on my t-shirts, I usually like to look on redbubble.com, or I just look on the internet and just screenshot what I want to use. To print out the image that you want to use, just follow the directions on the back of your transfer paper. Now that your image is printed out, you can cut it out using scissors. I'd like to leave a little bit of white around the image, but it's all up to you. Here's what my little Kermit looks like when he is all cut out. Before I iron the image onto the t-shirt, I like to take a little piece of tape and then place it on the shirt where I want to iron it on, just to make sure it's all nice and lined up. To iron on your image, follow the instructions on the package of your transfer paper. But before you iron, be sure to remove that little piece of clear tape because you do not want to iron it. After I finished ironing, I just peeled back the transfer paper to remove my image. Here is what the finished t-shirt looks like. I really love how this turned out. One thing I love about transfer paper is the possibilities are so endless and you can do any image that you want on any t-shirt. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!